Alright, hello. Welcome back everybody to the Dark Souls stream. Dark Souls 3. Just gonna check the audio quick here. Sounds okay. Could move the mic a little closer to my face, I suppose. But yeah, welcome back to Dark Souls 3. In the last stream, I was lost, but now I have found my way. This area is a little kinda tricky. I mean, not this area specifically, but the next area. I'm just gonna try to run past this shit. Hopefully it works. I really fucking hate these dogs, man. Like, they're literally teleporting. Enough of that. Golly, the dogs in this game are so annoying. Enough of that bullshit. Okay. Cathedral of the Deep. Here it is. Okay, there's the bonfire. Alright, yeah, now this is looking really familiar to me. Now I do believe, could be wrong, but I know over here this is kind of locked up. But we will eventually unlock that. I feel like this is the door or something. I feel like this moves, but I might be misremembering. Anyways. I want to check this area out over here. See, we got a chat on YouTube from Google Dog. Welcome in. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Just playing a little Dark Souls 3 here. There's a nice little Austish shard right there. Oh, great. We got the cat jumping up already. Come on, get down. Gotta whip out the cactus. No, it's not a toy, Mick. Mick is trying to join the stream every time. Works like a charm. He was just laying down over there in the corner, and now he immediately hops up and is trying to jump up into the microphone. Yeah, so if I remember right, this area gives you some sort of status effect. Is it Mick or Mick? Honestly, both. Like, I started spelling it as M-I-C-K, but I've also used MC. A lot of people are using it interchangeably, so that's what I'm going with. Yeah, okay, so this area is a cesspit. Or maybe it's if you get hit by one of those guys, you start getting a status effect. I don't remember. Or maybe it only happens if you're embered? I don't know. Something weird's going on. But normally I remember, I remember that when you were running around in certain areas you would get a status effect, but I guess that's okay. That was a little too close right there. Uh-oh, Mick has found something. What have you found, Mick? Doing a little chattering at my window. Okay, is it this? That's what it was. Okay, so if these guys hit you, you get a slow build-up. I should not have tested that theory. Oh, I got grabbed. I see we have another chat on YouTube from Zax. Watch out for that first step. Welcome in. Thank you for the tip. Whoa, Mick, what are you doing, man? My cat is trying to attack the window. Give me that fucking lizard! There we go. Awesome, I got it. Mick sees a bird. It might be, I don't know. That's kind of creepy. Him just meowing at a dark window. You motherfucker, you just costed me my lizard! I'm gonna see if I can reset this area. Leeches. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that makes sense. This whole time I never really understood what... Like, I thought I just got hit and some sort of dark magic spell is infecting my character. But leeches makes a lot more sense. If you pull out a torch and wave it around, it clears the leeches. It's cool. I don't think I have a torch, though. Whoa, okay, interesting pop-in right there. Let me see if I have a torch. Does not look like it. Oh well. Have you played Bloodborne? I have. I've only played, like, I haven't really gotten that far in it. But, you know, after I beat Dark Souls 3 here, it's between Sekiro or Bloodborne. And I think I'm leaning towards Sekiro first, but I might do Bloodborne, just because, honestly, like, I know this game isn't Bloodborne, but I can definitely tell that they took, you know, what they did with Bloodborne, and they kind of somewhat put, like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but when I played Bloodborne and then I started playing this game a little bit after, there was something about this game that I was just like, okay, it's not exactly, it doesn't play out exactly like Bloodborne, but the gameplay kind of reminds me of Bloodborne in a way. Just like a faster pace with the staggering and stuff. Being aggressive usually pays off in this. Similar to Bloodborne. Nick, what are you doing up there? Oh! I see. There's a fly in my room. Okay, let's see, where have I not gone? That just brings me down. I guess I could go down here. Just to get my flasks back. Maybe go back to Firelink. Give him the Austish shard. But no, I did enjoy playing Bloodborne, the little bit that I played of it. The one thing I will say I did not like about Bloodborne, which is the same reason why I didn't like Demon Souls. Well, I shouldn't say that I didn't like the games. I just didn't like one small tiny detail in those games. So overall, though, I really enjoyed the games. But it was the the blood vials, which is similar to
Be careful.
the healing grass in Demon Souls. Which I know there's, like, I can see both sides of the argument. There's the defense, which is, well, it's awesome because actually you can just farm up a shitload of heals, and you can get more heals than you ever could in a traditional Dark Souls game. And I do understand that argument, and I definitely do try to strive for that in Demon Souls and Bloodborne, but the downside is if you run out of heals, if you don't go farming and you just play the game and you don't expect to go farming, which is how I played it the first time, you run out very quickly, and then you're kind of stuck at it just kind of sucks, because then you have to backtrack and you have to waste more time farming. And I don't know. I feel like farming, like, there's enough farming in these games. I don't want to have to go and farm for heals. I only want to ever farm for heals if it's like some sort of like increased heal thing. Like this game, like the Divine Blessings, for example, or like maybe a Green Blossom. Damn it! No, no! I love that. I love that sound when I die. But yeah, unlike Demon Souls, though, Bloodborne has the ability to get your health back by playing aggressively when you get hit with the rallying mechanic. And that was kind of cool. But ultimately, a lot of times it felt like it really kind of messed up my, I don't know, like, when I played these games, and I get it, they're trying to change the way you play a Souls game, or a Soulsborne game, or like a FromSoft game. But normally when I play these games, you're kind of like almost trained not to play too aggressively. And you kind of want to wait for openings. Whereas if you get hit, if you're getting hit in Bloodborne, the first instinct that you should have is to immediately attack and play very aggressively, which is, it feels very weird to play like that at first. It takes some getting used to, for sure. But a lot of the times I would get hit and then I would play aggressively to, you know, use the rally mechanic, get my health back, but then I'd end up getting hit again, and it was just kind of like, it made me feel like a lot more messy in my playstyle, which is good. I guess it's a good and it's a bad thing, but for the most part it is a good thing when a FromSoft game kind of tries to challenge the way that you've played their games and try to change up the way that, like, it kind of forces you to change it up. What am I stuck on? Oh my god. Okay. Can go that way, which I probably will go, because I don't even think I can open this. Yeah. I didn't even know that. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, despite the fact that I'm kind of like shitting on it right now, somewhat, it's still a really cool mechanic. And, you know, at the end of the day, there is the argument that you can, you know, Bloodborne definitely gives you more ways to heal than Demon Souls did, so I can appreciate it for that. I always abuse the cum dungeon to the max out all the consumables whenever I play Bloodborne. It makes it more fun for me. The cum dungeon, bro? Yeah, what the fuck is the cum dungeon? LOL, famous Chalice dungeon code cum FPK gives a ton of free blood echoes. I've heard about that. I've heard about cum FPK. I don't really necessarily know what that means, but I'm sure someday I will, once I get back into Bloodborne. Which, honestly, will probably be pretty soon. How is that guy still alive? Oh, this was not a good idea. I'm gonna get myself stuck over here. Yeah, kind of figured that. I think he got me, guys. I think he got me. Damn. How did you make that jump? You know, I would say practice, but honestly, I have never failed that jump, and I have never practiced it. Sorry. I mean, I guess in a way I have. On my first playthrough, I just rolled towards that area, and that's how I got there. But yeah, honestly, it's probably pretty risky. It's probably better off just trying to jump to it instead of rolling to it. I'm just trying to quickly grab everything that's laying out as fast as I can. Hopefully I don't miss anything, but what? Well, I guess there goes my souls. Jesus. Thank you, Dark Souls. That was so fucking stupid. I fell down because there was a dude hanging off the fucking edge. And then he somehow hit me while he was climbing up. Nice. Fuck, that was really close to an upgrade, like a level up right there too. That sucks. That is a bummer. I mean, I guess it wasn't a shitload of souls, but little shit-ass enemy got me killed. That's crazy, dude. I missed that thing by like a centimeter. I can make that crazy-ass roll, but... well, I guess it's not that crazy, but still. Whoa! Listen here, you fucking Mosgus wannabe. Oh, son of a bitch! They took my health away, or my heals. Wow, this is a shit-ass area right here. I went the wrong way. Shit. Jesus, this guy is doing some damage, man. He just looks like a little shit-ass hollow, man. Dark Souls Remastered was pretty fun. Yeah, I guess it wasn't my first time playing it when I started streaming it, like, a couple weeks back, but... yeah, as somebody who started on Elden Ring in this series, Dark Souls 1 is definitely probably... I mean, it's hard to say, but... oh my god, man. Really? I got fucking cursed again. Get out of here. You leave me alone. Okay, I'm gonna hide in my corner until I can heal. There we go. But yeah, I've got to say Dark Souls 1 is probably my favorite in the series. In the entirety of FromSoft's line, well... no, yeah, I would go with Dark Souls. It was a lot more intriguing, captivating. I really liked the themes in that game compared to, like, Elden Ring. And I don't know, it was a very moving game, despite it being, like, you know, kind of clunky to play compared to Elden Ring. I didn't mind it that much. I don't know. I enjoyed Dark Souls 1, and I would not mind them revisiting that game for a remake, possibly, or something. Why is my dude kicking? I didn't want to kick. Awesome. Have to make that whole fucking run back. I haven't played another version, though. Yeah, I guess I'd never played the original, which apparently the remaster took away a lot of the quote-unquote flavor of the original. A lot of the areas in the original felt more... like, the lighting is off, apparently, and, like, when you look at these videos and pictures, you can definitely see that there's some differences. And, well, Dark Souls Remastered does look better in some cases. There's other cases where it's like the whole like vibe of what they were trying to go for from the original is completely gone, either because of some strange decision where they changed something, but more oftentimes than not, it's just due to the fact that their lighting... I mean, I can't entirely remember what it was, but their lighting was kind of glitched in a way. Well, maybe not glitched, but they just... it didn't take into account the remastered, like, graphics change, and because of that, it made it look a little weird. But regardless, though, even though I have only played that remastered version, I still thoroughly enjoyed the game. And I can understand the vibe that they were trying to go for, I suppose. Probably hard to go from Elden Ring back to Dark Souls or PS3 Demon Souls. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I started on Elden Ring, and then I went back... well, I started on Elden Ring, and then I think the next one I played was Sekiro. I did not get very far in that game. And then eventually, I saw Dark Souls 1 and 3 were on sale, so I picked them up a little... well, I guess it was more than a year ago now. Almost 2 years ago now, which is insane to think about how much time has passed. But, yeah, I picked both of them up, and I don't regret it at all. And I started playing Dark Souls 1, and although it did feel kind of clunky a little bit, I got used to it pretty quickly, and... I don't know, I feel like... Elden Ring looks great, it feels great to play, and all that. It is definitely probably the best way to get into the series, arguably. But Dark Souls 1 is It's just so fucking good, dude. I didn't really care that much about the lore or the themes or the stories in Elden Ring. I mean, I kind of understood it, but I didn't really care. Whereas Dark Souls 1, it, like, I don't know if it was just the story was more in your face, which it still really isn't that much in your face, but compared to Elden Ring, maybe it was, but the characters were a lot more captivating and, like, intriguing. Like, Elden Ring has the Jarbro, or whatever the fuck his name was, Alexander the Great, and, like, Blythe. And those two are really cool characters, but I don't think they compare to the... Oh my god! I don't think they compare to the impact of Solaire. Like, holy cow, man. This fucking imp has a greatsword. Is that his Y-hander? That thing's like double the size of this guy. But no, regardless, Dark Souls 1 is so great. It could go for a remake, though, for sure, but they probably will never do that. Honestly, I would, like, I understand this is the final one in the series, but I would love to see a Dark Souls 4. And I get it that it's probably like, okay, well, that's a little excessive. A lot of people didn't get to play these games during their heydays, and I feel like they could definitely do a little more with the stories. It's just kind of hard, though, especially with this game, because it's like, how do you really continue? I think the whole, like, well, Elden Ring is kind of a lighter fantasy game. Dark Souls series is, well, it's dark. And what I really liked about the lore in Dark Souls 1 is kind of what I dislike about Dark Souls 3. And it's just, like, the opposite of what you experience in Dark Souls 1. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad story or anything, it's just it's kind of too, like, depressing. It's too nihilistic for my taste. Like, it's still really good, but I don't know. I played Dark Souls 1 in kind of a strange time in my life where I was not in the best place mentally, and it felt very amazing to play. Oh my god! I'm so fucking sick of these guys. Anyways, like I was trying to say, Dark Souls 1, I played that at, I don't know, I was kind of going through some shit at the time, and I played that game, and it just was really motivating. And then, not too long after that, I mean, I guess I didn't fully complete Dark Souls 1, but apparently, from when I was streaming it, I was pretty damn close, comparing it to my first playthrough. So I wasn't that far away from the ending in my first playthrough. But I think I stopped somewhere by the Crystal Caves in my first playthrough, and then I went over to Dark Souls 3. And while I was playing this game, I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to keep playing this game. I mean, it's amazing. The combat, the gameplay is all really solid. The graphics obviously are an improvement from Dark Souls 1, and this one feels the closest to, like, Elden Ring, so it felt kind of familiar to play. But it's just, I don't know. All the hopeful shit that you take away from Dark Souls 1 is forcefully removed in this game. And it's kind of like blatantly shoved in your face with you know, how basically this world is ending, and everything that you did in for Dark Souls 1 was for nothing. And it, you know, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I can tell that the story that they're trying to go for, like the whole, you know, how many cycles will it take? I don't know, it's very thought-provoking. But in kind of a darker way, I don't know. Anyways, sorry, I'm yapping. That was a big thing. From PS3 Demon Souls to PS5 Demon Souls. Yeah, I heard a lot about that too. I never played the original Demon Souls, but I played the remake, and a lot of people did not like some of the changes that were made in the remake. Oh, I can parry this guy. Awesome. Looking at the side-by-side comparisons, I can kind of understand why people didn't like the Demon Souls remake as much for the changes that they made. But at the same time, it's kind of similar to, I mean, I'll just bring this up because I was just playing this game the other day, is the Ocarina of Time remake for the 3DS, and comparing it to the Nintendo 64. It objectively, like, the 3DS version objectively looks better in, like, every aspect, but, you know, it does, with the remake, the better graphics, it does kind of change the way that the game feels, the vibe in some areas, and also they changed, like, the lighting and stuff for the 3DS remake, so there's some artistic changes that, you know, kind of remove some of the vibes that you get from the original, which is the same reason why some people, did not like the remake. For real, that's actually pretty interesting. LOL, Grave Warden number 2 comes in from behind. Oh, that's what these guys are called? Grave Wardens? I can see my souls. Look at, he's like, just walking right over it. I would like to aggro just one at a time. I have an idea. Do I have a bow? Awesome, I do. I could just get one of you guys. Shit, I'm fat rolling. Ah. Thank you, Mick, for whatever you just knocked over. That was awesome. God damn it, my cat is throwing shit all over the room. Who did you push down, Mick? I don't even know what he did. But I heard something drop behind me. Well, what you did in Dark Souls 1 wasn't for nothing. It is supposed to be thousands of years have passed before the events of Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess that's how you look at it. That is one thing I will say that I do like about no matter what Dark Souls game you play. It's all about like your perspective and how you kind of understand the story in a way. Dark Souls 3, in my opinion, is a very nihilistic story, but if you ask other people, it is the best way that this series could have ever ended. And I'm trying to avoid some of the spoilers. Dude. Oh, I don't know if I can parry this guy. There we go. Hey, get down from there, bro. Hey. I don't like him being up there. But yeah, I guess it depends on who you ask. I see this game as a very nihilistic approach. God, that is loud. Okay, there we go. We got that door open. Dude, holy shit, get off me, man. Did you just try to backstab me? Yeah, you're getting backstabbed, buddy. Anyways, like I was saying, I see this game as kind of nihilistic, somewhat depressing. But at the same time, again, it's all about perspective, because if I kind of change my perspective and look at it from a different angle, this is the most hopeful outcome this series could have, or I guess this world could have. And again, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but it has a lot to do with like continuous cycles, and I guess it's kind of similar to life, you know, like there's people thousands or hundreds of years ago that did so much, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good metaphor for this game. I need to find a bonfire. Okay, unlock this door. Which leads me out to here. Don't really know where that is, but... Okay, there we go. Now we got this shortcut. I won't argue that it's somewhat depressing, though. Or won't argue that it's not somewhat depressing, though. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, trying to think. I don't know. I imagine this game, or here's how I would imagine it. Dark Souls, in general, no matter what game you play, the world of Dark Souls, similar to like real world. It's like I would imagine it like there's a, I don't know. This is kind of dumb, but I'm trying to think. Dark Souls world. Let's say it starts like, let's say you have a pond, right? There's nothing going on in that pond. Nothing at all. There's no life, nothing in it. And then one day, I don't know, a fucking something falls in the pond, right? And I know this isn't how life starts, but just bear with me. It's like if something fell in the pond and then, like, let's say the sediment, the algae, all the bullshit at the bottom rises up and it starts to create like life forms and stuff like that, right? From those life forms, eventually, you know, you'll get more bigger life coming in. So you'll have your frogs, you have your tadpoles, your frogs, maybe some fish eventually. I don't know. And then because of that, or no, let's say you have the bugs, that bugs come in, then because the bugs are there, you have the frogs that come in, then the frogs come in, you've got the birds that come in because of the frogs, and I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I'm trying to summarize it in a good way, but anyways, you have all this life happening in this pond, and all these different events are happening all the time, and, you know, maybe the frogs are trying to change their fate from the dragons, or not the dragons, the birds. The dragons. You know, they're trying to change their fate. They don't want to keep getting eaten by the birds, so then they try to change something, but because they change something... Oh, God. I'm not ready for this area. Let me finish my stupid metaphor quick. So, you've got the birds that are... You know, I'm just going to go rest at the bonfire. That was a bad start. I need to reset that guy. And, you know, let's say they eventually find a way to change it, but because of that, now it removes the bugs or something like that. It changes something forever in that pond, permanently. And I don't know, I guess I would say Dark Souls 3 is what happens when that pond has gone through so many, like, different, let's say with the rain and everything. Right, the pond's gone up, and it's gone down, and it's gone up, and it's gone down. Dark Souls 3 is what happens, like, let's say the pond was really clean and clear after all that, you know, all the organisms and all the animals, they cleaned up the pond, but eventually that pond got dirty, right? And it just, there was other animals and creatures to keep it clean, but eventually they all died off, and now that pond is murky, it's dirty. The animals in it are dying, and life is struggling to stay afloat, literally, in this pond. The organisms are far less than they once were, and the pond is slowly drying out. I would say Dark Souls 3, to me, is what happens when that pond dries out. When you decide it's, like, it's no longer a pond, it's just a puddle. And there's no more, like, the cycle is just done. There's no more need for it. But at the same time, Dark Souls 3 kind of... This is why I love these games, man. It really makes you think. This game could be like an analogy for, you know, even when cycles end, there is hope for the future. And I guess that's why this game is so great to people, because it ends here. This is the end of the story, and everything that happens after this is pretty much, you know, up to the player's speculation. But I don't know. It's a cool game. The story is depressing, but it is also slightly hopeful, but nowhere near as hopeful as Dark Souls 1 was. Anyways, this guy is gonna do some crazy shit. I need to get in here. And I need you to get away from me. I do not think I'm safe in there. I am not. Okay. I'll run over here quick. Head required ahead. LOL, the dragons laughed my ass off. Yeah, I was kind of trying to think about like the lore and stuff in this game and compare it to different things. For whatever reason, I was thinking of, you know, the lore. Can you fucking die, you little shit? Thank God. What an annoying little prick. I don't know, I was kind of thinking of the lore of how the dragons used to be, like, the main, like, the big dogs, you know, in Dark Souls lore. But then eventually, you know, there's the whole thing with Gwyn, there's the whole thing, even in this game, there's the whole thing with the Nameless King, there's the lore with that. I don't know, there's a lot of lore about how the dragons used to rule the world of Dark Souls, but then they eventually kind of failed. Fizzled out in a way. What do you want, Mick? Do you want to go outside of the room? Alright, I'll let you out. You're, ow! That's not very nice. Yeah, that wasn't very nice, Mick. Oh, okay, so you didn't want to go out. What do you want then? I think maybe Mick just misses the dogs. They're out of town right now. That makes me want to play DS again. Have you ever played Dark Souls 2? Yes, I played it blind for the first time a couple months ago. Okay, I guess I won't roll. I enjoyed Dark Souls 2. I think Dark Souls 2, and I played it blind, so I definitely missed out on a lot of stuff, I'm sure, but I will go back to playing it because I didn't do the DLC, and I know a lot of people in the chat wanted me to play it. They wanted me to play the DLC, but my whole plan with these games is to kind of try to get the base game done and then come back later and play the DLCs for each one of these games. But, yeah, I don't know. I think Dark Souls 2 got a lot more hate than it deserved. Because I was fully expecting to go into that game and hate the absolute hell out of it. Because everybody online trashed on that game. But, I don't know. I think Dark Souls 2 is very overhated. Is it the weakest out of the three? Like, that one is an argument I can get behind. I don't know. I mean, I like it. I can't put it above Dark Souls 1. And while I do really think I enjoyed Dark Souls 2, it's kind of tough to put it, like, over Dark Souls 3 as well. I'm trying to remember where I go here. I got lost for quite a bit. I think I just go down more. Yeah, I go down, for sure. The Mick and me, Marley and me. The DLCs in Dark Souls games usually ramp up the enemy defense / resistances, so they're usually decently tough. Yeah, I guess that's another reason why I didn't want to start them right away. I will say though, holy shit, when I get into Elden Ring's DLC, that one is gonna make me go absolutely batshit insane. No fucking way, dude, I rolled! Come on, game! That's crazy. Fuck you, game! Fuck you, Dark Souls. That's bullshit. Why didn't my dude break that fucking thing? I was just gonna roll away and heal. I don't know why I didn't break the chair or whatever the hell it was. Damn it! I should have rolled away from him, not into him. I'm not gonna do the same fucking mistake I made last time, though. Damn, this guy. Oh! What the hell is that? Some kung fu shit? Karate Kid? Oh, wow. I got the helmet. It's pretty cool. Elden Ring, I feel, is too big for me. It is definitely a big game. That is for sure. But it is also, you can beat it really quickly if you know what you're doing. You can skip a lot of content in that game. At least it's a short run back. That's true. It doesn't excite me to go back. I would say, honestly, the same. Like, I like Elden Ring, but I played so much of it that I just don't feel too, like... I don't know. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't pull me in as much anymore because I played so much of it. With my friends, by myself. There's so many hours I poured into that game. And the one thing is, too, that I don't like about Elden Ring is some of the shit in there is too cheesy. Like, for example, I've got that playthrough of me playing it a couple days ago, and I am on the Elden Beast. And I think it was like 3 streams worth of me fighting that fucker. And I hate it. Like, they've got too many bosses in that game that are just way too, like, spacious. And the Elden Beast is one of them. Where, like, the whole fucking fight, I'm just running for fucking 5 minutes straight. Just to catch up with this boss. Just to get it, just maybe 1 or 2 hits before I have to run away again. And some giant spell is gonna hit me. And it's cinematic, for sure. It looks really cool. And for whatever reason, on my very first playthrough of the game, I beat that thing very easily. It was very nice, but every playthrough since then, including my stream, it's one of my least favorite bosses in that game. And the DLC definitely does that quite a bit too. The DLC feels like they took what made Elden Ring, or Elden Beast so annoying, and they amplified that along with giving the bosses attack patterns similar to, like, Sekiro or something. I don't know if I can parry this guy. I don't know if I want to try it out either. Yeah, I liked Elden Ring, but the open world just didn't do it for me. The first time I played it, it was amazing. I really thought like Elden Ring for me is what I want an open world game to be at the at bare minimum. I put that open world above like Breath of the Wild. I put it above pretty much any open world game that I've played. But despite that, it's still, yeah, I wish there was more to it. First playthrough was 200 hours because I did every mini dungeon, crypt, and cave and boss. I don't know if I did every single one in my first playthrough, but... Did you use Torrent against the Elden Beast? Yeah, I noticed that they did an update where they added Torrent into the Elden Beast fight, which... I guess it's kind of cool, but for the most part, fighting the Elden Beast while I'm on Torrent just fucking screws me over more often than not. And I'm also, that's the other thing, Elden Ring is so focused on you, one, being somebody who buffs a lot, and two, somebody who plays with friends. If you're trying to do it so, like, I don't know, this game is fun. This is fun for me because I can go and I can fight enemies, I can fight bosses without having to worry about, oh, is my weapon, is this boss allergic to garlic? Did I smear garlic on my fucking weapon and do a little jig and a little song and dance with my left hand before I went into the boss fight? Like, no, I just went in there and I fought it and I beat it by, like, you know, fucking swinging my weapon. And I don't know, I like the simplicity of that. And Elden Ring does not really reward players for that. Honestly, it screws you over more often than not. I don't like having to buff. I don't like having to take 20 different items before I go into a boss fight. It's enjoyable to me when I can play the game how I really want to, and you can still play it how you want, but it just feels so, like, endgame Elden Ring feels like you just have to cheese the game. And I don't like that feeling. I like this feeling. I like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 feeling, and Dark Souls 2, where I can just play the game. I don't have to buff everything. I don't have to smear shit on my weapon just to give it a huge increase in damage for 20 seconds. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess that's kind of why Elden Ring falls off for me, is when I come back to these games and just the simplicity. I wouldn't call these games simple, but the simplicity of how, you know, like for me, I don't like doing mage builds. I think they're cool and interesting, but they're not really for me. I like using a big-ass weapon. Normally I like doing guts builds, but I mean, in this case, I'm doing a Viking build. And, you know, I got my grass crest shield, I got my battle axe, and that's it, you know, and it is working, you know? This type of shit does not work that well in Elden Ring, which is kind of a bummer. Anyways, this area is going to have a little jump scare for us when we pick up this item. And I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because that thing is creepy. Not sure if it's worth fighting or not. Oh my god, it might not be. I don't remember him doing fucking death to me. Death Blight is not a cool thing to have at all. Okay. Oh. No! I fell for the bait! No! What the fuck, man? I should have played it safe. I should have been more patient. But I saw him fall down and stagger, and I was just gonna punish that. But instead, I'm the one who got punished. Hopefully I can make it all the way back there. That's a lot of souls sitting over there. Yeah, I don't buff or play with friends either. Yeah, I play with my friends, but it's like it's nice to just play this game solo, you know? And Elden Ring doesn't really feel like it's meant to be played solo. They really want you to use buffs. They really want you to invite people into your world. And I get it, I understand, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just too much micromanaging bullshit that it gets to a point where it's unfun. Whereas this game, I'm hardly doing any sort of micromanaging at all. And I'm having a blast. Oh, great, this guy. Where's that imp? I'm getting rid of him right away. You want your souls, right? Come get them. Debated. I was debated. Debated hard right there. Really don't know if it's even worth coming in here. But I feel like something drops from this guy that's really nice. I just don't want to get cursed again. Looks like a ring. Was it a ring? Recovers FP from critical attacks. Okay. Oh man. I've got way too many souls to be going into this next area. How many homeward bones do I have? 9? Yeah, fuck it, let's use one. I don't feel comfortable with the amount of souls I'm seeing on my screen walking into this next area. It's not necessarily that hard, but there's a couple different things I want to do. And I will probably die.
Very well then taken.
Okay, I could do endurance. Yeah, I'm gonna do endurance.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flame.
Wait, how much is it?
Welcome us. Very then taken.
My next 9. Ah, I guess I'll walk in with that. I feel a little bit more comfortable losing something like this. I'm glad the enemies don't pick up your souls like they do in Bloodborne, for real. Yeah. That's something I'm getting used to with the Night Rain when I'm playing it with my friends. Sometimes enemies will take your souls and you have to go and kill them to get those souls back in Night Rain. But also Night Rain, I don't know. I like Night Rain, but at the same time I dislike it. It's definitely a cool spin-off, I guess, in a way. But it's a little too fast-paced for me sometimes. You really don't have a lot of time to sit, like, that's why I like these games. Like, I'm taking it at my own pace, you know? I'm able to enjoy it. But Elden Ring Night Rain is screaming at you to sprint and grab this quickly. Like, you don't really have time to sit and think, like, should I pick up this weapon? Should I trade out this weapon for this? Should I take this item? I wonder if I'll need this item later. You know, like, it's like, dude, we gotta fucking go. You gotta go. Grab your item and go, you know? But it's still enjoyable. Oh man. Oh yeah, you're gonna buff up? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, you lucky bitch. Hey, I know that. That's the Golden Vow from Elden Ring. Not Golden Vow, but, what the hell is it called? Whatever. I forget the animation name. Yeah, that's why I didn't buy it. I don't blame anybody for not buying that game. It's interesting, and for $40, I don't feel like I wasted money, but when did you little guys start doing so much damage? But yeah, for 40 bucks, I feel like it's worth $40, but that's me being generous. You know, I would not pay a penny more for that game. If it was any more expensive, I don't think I'd buy it. And I like it. I like it, but it's also it's kind of out there for me. Okay, well, I feel like I'm missing something. I could go that way, but I need to find somebody first. If I go through here, it's just some sort of weird, weird little shortcut. You still chasing me? You've gotten too many hits off on me. That's enough. I didn't know Night Rain was a standalone game. Yeah, it's standalone. It's, and it also is, you can play it in solo player, which I'm glad that they have that option. It's one of those things where, I was worried that it would be an online-only experience, which for a FromSoft game is definitely makes me a little uneasy. But I feel like FromSoft did pretty decent for their first kind of more quote-unquote live service game, but it's not necessarily a live service. and you can play it solo too, so that's a plus. But in all honesty, Elden Ring Night Rain doesn't hold a candle to any one of their traditional games whatsoever. It's fun. It's also really infuriating sometimes. I don't mind rushing, but I don't like being rushed in these kind of games. Yeah, same. Like, there's a certain level of, you know, time that I need with a game like this. Like, I like to take my time, you know. I'm running around, but I'm kind of not really you know, I'm exploring, I'm grabbing stuff, I'm going off the beaten path. I'm not rushing too much. You know, I'm taking it at my own leisure, which is what I like these games for, but Night Rain does not allow you to do that. You will be punished hard for it if you decide to do that. It's very much a deep ring, like the deep from The Boys. Allows attunement of additional spells. Okay, I don't care about that. I could drop down there, and that'll just lead me back. Where will that? The fuck, dude? How did that guy see me all the way down there? Okay, so that brings me above. That's enough, man. Let's try it. Let's see. This might bring me to a spot that I haven't been to yet. Yep. My weapon gets stuck on the wall, but his doesn't. That's always a great thing. Oh, hey, Jeff. How's it going? Just falling off the roof to your death, huh? Oh, yep. Okay. Yep. I did not think it was this that brought me to this area, but... Okay. Let's give it a try here. God damn it, can you hold up your fucking shield, man? You do it all the time. Yeah, this fucking game knows exactly what I'm gonna do every single time. I don't know if I can parry this guy. I don't think I can. Let me out of here. Awesome. Hey Bob, LOL, have you seen that old video of the dude falling through the ceiling and the first thing they say is, "Oh, hi Bob"? Oh yeah, that was like a Vine or something, wasn't it? What is this? Notched whip. Look at me, running past items like a buffoon. Here we go. I still don't know why, like... Yeah, dude, my eyes are, like, completely gone, gouged out. I don't understand why. Oh, okay. Be wary of free levels, they might have a hidden cost. I don't know, somebody... So, this is like... I do know some of Dark Souls 3, but obviously, like, I've never beaten this game, so I've gotten up to, like, Ethereal Dungeon, or... however the fuck you pronounce it. And that's where I left off, so... yeah. Somebody in my chat, though, the other day was asking what type of ending I would like, and I said I would like an ending where everything is just done. And they showed me something. Or they set me up for some sort of ending. Good old Yol is dead and gone now, but I did get a couple free levels off of him. I keep trying to parry this fucking guy, but I can't do it. God dang it, man! Keep forgetting this guy has like bombs every time he swings his weapon. Here we go, finally. It's actually Hey Ron, Hey Billy. It's a classic for real. It's a Ron? I'm getting like a Mandela effect here. I swear it said Bob too. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. I feel like there's a lever or a switch or something up here. Something slightly important. Oh, there's an item. Oh, God. Bro thinks he's guts. I'm just gonna grab this little item over here, okay? Thank you. Alright. You can make your character stop being ugly and not affect the ending if you use a purging stone from Yura. Oh. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to do that later because, yeah, my dude looks rough. He looks beyond hollow. Oh, that's what it is. This guy is guarding a way that I need to go. Ah, it's all coming back to me now. Wait, no, because I'm confused. What? I guess I'll keep going and see what happens, but... Oh, I'm out of Estus flasks? That is not good. I really thought that there was a, Oh! Fuck! We got ourselves mages. Oh yeah, these guys. What the hell was that? Okay, okay. Yep. Now it's all coming back to me. Get me away from this. Alright, something is strange here. I don't know if it's because I came through this way? Or is there an opposite way to get over here? Okay, this should open up the big doors to that staircase area. Not really a staircase, but the outside. I guess it kind of is a staircase, but... Contraption does not move. Okay. Okay, there should be an NPC right here. I'm not sure why they're not here. But maybe that's a good thing, possibly? I don't know, because I don't really want to spoil it, but the NPC that does stand here is not really who you think it is. Okay, so yeah, I have no reason to lift this up because it should already be lifted up when I get here. Yeah, I'm just gonna lower this. That's weird. I'm gonna need you guys to get away from that switch, please. Oh, I remember. This is an area for a covenant. Let me in. Oh my god, yes, a bonfire. Give me it. Give me it now. Yeah, this is like Rosa or something. Or Rosary's fingers? I don't even remember. Hear me out. Oh, ew. I don't remember. That's a really long hair you have there. Rosaria. That's what it was. Rosaria's fingers. You have obtained proof of the covenant. For pale tongues. I do have one of those. Price of rebirth is paid in pale tongues. Rebirth can be performed 5 more times during this lifetime. You wish to be reborn. Not if it's only for appearance, no. So yeah, there's a covenant right there. I'm gonna run back to Firelink, upgrade, and then come back, and then I guess I'll go to the boss. I don't know why. Some things are not... I feel like in my first playthrough, I came here, the way I ended up at that covenant was a different direction. I came in from a different location.
Welcome, host. Very
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
farewell, Ashen One. May
Let me eat a consumable here.
welcome. Then touch the dark Hignar. Farewell, Ashen Maid.
I do want to check out this over here.
Speak, I did, honorable Lord of Hollows.
Oh, Lord of Hollows, that's why. Because I'm a Lord of Hollow. That's why I look like that. Purchase item, Purging Stone. Reduces undead curse buildup and cures hollowing. This doesn't affect my ending, though. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that
We meet may the dark.
next time I have some souls.
Oh, hello, you hand in one piece. Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose. Goodbye, and stay safe.
Alright. Let's get Mick to join this boss fight. I don't know if I want that. Where is Mick? He was sitting by me. I think he ran back out. Fuck, yeah, I think I've gotten 2 of these things. Gosh dang it. I gotta go back. Use the bone shards. Oh, okay, I just had one. Alright. Alright, now it's time to go to the boss. Mick! I don't know what he's doing. Mick, wait till I have him on the ground. That would be crazy, dude. I want to see somebody's cat play Dark Souls. Obviously, they would have to... You know how those people can, like, play through different games with, like, a guitar? Or, like, they don't even have to use their, They don't have to use their fingers or anything. Maybe I can make a programmable controller for my cat. Oh, there's Mick. There he is. How's it going, little buddy? Go to the cleansing chapel. That's where we want to go. Drums. We're using wired up bananas. Yeah, one of the two. Maybe I'll get a little cat toy that he can play with and see how far he can get through Dark Souls by wiring it up as a controller. I'm still not entirely sure where this Wolf Covenant is. I remember when my first playthrough, I definitely had it unlocked by now. But, yeah, I'm missing wherever that area is at. I think it's pretty close to this area where you get, like, onto a giant wall. Hi, Mick. Did you, not jump in front of my face? Thank you. I think my cat wants to lay in my lap. Hold on. Kinda not the best place for you right now when I'm about to go fight a boss. There we go. Mick wants to help. I don't know about that, man. I think he's working with these FromSoft bosses. Every time I'm in a boss fight, he tries jumping on my face, jumping on the TV. Did I not heal? Oh, what the fuck? Ashen Estus? What? Why was it on that? No wonder I didn't heal. I don't ever remember clicking down on the D-pad. Feline interference. Yeah. He's good at that. Alright. I will not die this time. We'll grab that last item, grab my souls, and then we'll go into the boss. I should just switch to a quick step dagger, honestly. There, I got all the items that I'm not going to use any of them. Be 2 giant soldiers up here, yep. Just gonna try to sneak past you guys, if that's okay. That's okay with y'all. Oh, maybe this is where you get to that elevator. Maybe not, never mind. I don't remember. Alright, boss fight time. Hopefully I can get these guys out of the way as fast as possible. My first playthrough, I got them on my first try, so let's see. Already off to a horrible start. There it is. I think it's pretty obvious what you have to do, but in case anyone's watching this as a walkthrough and you're not sure, when the red soul thing leaves the body of the first one you killed, it'll jump into the next one. You just have to constantly try to fight that one. Oh, here comes all their fucking magic shit. Oh, that motherfucker's healing him. No! He got him boxed in. Oh shit, I'm getting cursed. I'm getting fucking cursed, man! Let me through! Let me through! There we go. Small doll. Okay, so this is where you get the doll. This is how you get into Erythiel. So yeah, my first playthrough, this is where I came first, and then I got stuck because I'm like, where do I go from here? And then I eventually found out you could go the other direction, which I took in this stream the first time. Cool. Pretty cool concept for a boss, actually. Yeah, it's... I guess it's kind of gimmicky, but... I don't know, I think it was... When I first played this, I thought it was so cool. I'm like, wow, it's a boss fight with, like, several enemies at once, constantly, like, walking towards you and trying to protect, like, the main guy that you have to hit. I thought it was interesting. Okay. Just want to make sure that there's nothing else that I can do here. I don't think there is, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm totally, yeah, I'm really spacing out on where the wolf covenant is, but there's a covenant where there's like a giant wolf that's laying down. You can join the covenant, and it leads to like, it's kind of like a dead end area, but it leads to like this giant wall. And you can look down and you can see all the swamp. You can see the Lothric, or whatever the hell the place was. What was that place called? Lothric, right? High Wall of Lothric. Yeah, you could see this castle way out in the distance from it. I don't know. It's a pretty cool area, but I don't remember where it is or how to get there. But close. That was close. I almost got death blighted right there, or cursed, or whatever you want to call it in this game.
Welcome, Verdanek. Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
Right. Let me use one of these souls here. Oh man, not enough. Still not enough.
Honorable. Till we meet again. May the dark sigil guide thee.
There we go. Now I got my eyeballs back. Cool. Alright. Well, now we have the key item required to cross that magical barrier. Let me in! Let me in! Ah, now he shouldn't be able to get in. Yep. This cool little berserk reference. I'm gonna try to kill this guy. Ah! He disappeared. The hell? I want to try to kill this guy because he has a really unique death animation. Will he come back? Oh, his health is still the same. Oh my god! Come here. Alright, whatever. I'll just take him normally. I got a chat from Wonderful Game on YouTube. Welcome in. Kill him, then you get a ring. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You do get a ring from this guy. I just think the death animation for this thing is quite interesting. I mean, first off, I really liked it because the first time I saw that thing, I was like, holy shit. And then I was like, I was freaked out, and I'm like, holy shit, wait a minute. Like 2 seconds later, that's a Berserk reference right there. That is a huge Berserk reference. Beast of Darkness. Oh. Well, I don't know why he didn't do the death animation. Weird. Maybe it's a unique animation that's rare. I don't know, but I remember when I killed that thing in my first playthrough, it's kind of Bloodborne-esque. It like dies, but while it's dying, it like rolls on its back and it starts like praying for like, I don't know, probably to be saved by some god or something in this game. It like rolls on its back and it starts praying while it's like slowly dying. Kind of makes you feel like a piece of shit. You're like, oh, oops. I don't know, it really reminded me of Bloodborne though, because I think the whole premise of Bloodborne is, I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but kind of the fact that you're kind of the bad person in Bloodborne, in a way. You're like the antagonist. Even the NPCs in the game are like telling you, like, you're the beast. You're going around slaughtering us. Alright, anyways, Pontiff's right eye. What does this ring do again? Boost attacks as long as attacking persists. Ooh, that could be good. Could be good. I could swap that out for probably this one, I guess. I don't know. Here's our bonfire, though. Take him normally now that he's at like 10% health. Yeah. I was like, I could sit there trying to cheese him with this wall, but I don't know. Honestly, I could have just fought him without the wall, but this is a good way to cheese it. Just kind of fight him in here because he can't enter, obviously. But yeah, anyways, this is Irithiel. What? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I mean, it looks like Irithiel. So, whatever. But yeah, really cool area. It's kind of short though, at least from what I remember. You're not in here for too long. And I think the next area that we get into is kind of where I left off on the game in my first playthrough, so then that'll be fun because everything after that will be new. Be fresh. Be a new experience for me, but yeah, I see we've been going for a little over an hour and a half here. It's 1 in the morning, so it is kind of late. This place was where I died by far the most of my first playthrough. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die a lot here. Just a fair warning. I remember my first playthrough, I died here a lot. Even when I had another, like my other buddy was with me, we were playing in the same world. I died a lot. But yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. It's getting kind of late. Got a good chunk of stuff done though. I'm looking forward to the next playthrough. The next stream, which I'll probably do tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for the likes, the comments, support. Thanks everybody for tuning on in. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the Twitch. If you're on Twitch, check out the YouTube. The pop-ups are in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And yeah, hope you guys have a happy 4th of July, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night.